Dear soul, listen carefully, because today the angels bring you a message that will change everything. I know you've been waiting for clarity, for a sign, for confirmation. And now, that moment has arrived. Your soulmate has made a decision, and the heavens have witnessed it. This is something you have longed to hear, something that will touch the depths of your heart. But before you take another breath, you must understand that this is only the beginning. There is something crucial that you must know, something that could change the course of everything if you do not listen carefully until the end. The angels have seen it all. They know the doubts that once clouded your soulmate's heart. They know the silent prayers you whispered when no one was listening. And now, they come to tell you that the decision has been made. But wait, because there's more. Something unexpected stands between you and the moment you have been waiting for. And if you don't hear the full message, you might not see what is truly happening. The truth is, what seems like an obstacle is actually the final step toward what your heart desires most. This is not the time to doubt, nor the time to turn away. It is the time to listen, to open your heart, and to receive the revelation that has been waiting for you. So stay with me, dear soul, because if you leave now, you may never know what the angels need you to understand. If you believe in divine guidance, if you trust that the angels have brought you here for a reason, affirm it now. Write Amen in the comments as a sign that you are ready to receive this message, because what I am about to tell you will reveal more than you ever imagined. Now listen closely. Everything is about to be unveiled. Dear soul, the angels have watched everything unfold, and today, they bring you the truth. Your soulmate has finally made a choice, one that will change both of your lives forever. This is not just a fleeting feeling or a moment of uncertainty. This is real, undeniable, and unshakable. The heavens have witnessed this transformation within them, the realization that their heart belongs to you. And yet, there is something you do not see. Something unexpected stands in the way, something that may make you question everything, unless you hear this message through to the end. For so long, your soulmate wrestled with emotions they could not fully understand. They felt the pull of destiny, but were afraid to surrender to it. They questioned their own heart, wondering if this connection was truly meant to be. And now, finally, after all the turmoil, after all the confusion, they have come to a decision that will change everything. They have chosen love. They have chosen you. But just as they were ready to take the final step, something happened. A truth was revealed. A shift took place. And now, the angels want you to know that this moment, though it may seem uncertain, is actually leading you exactly where you need to be. Do not mistake this moment for rejection or hesitation. Do not think that their love is wavering. That is not the case. Their heart is steadfast, and their choice is firm. But something has appeared in their path, something they never expected. A realization, a revelation, a challenge that must be faced before your destinies can fully align. And if you do not hear the full truth, you may misunderstand what is happening. You may think that distance means the connection is breaking, when in reality, it is being reinforced. You may feel that silence means loss, when in reality, it is a sacred pause before everything falls into place. The angels want you to understand that this is not an end. It is a transition. This is the moment when things shift, when what was once unclear becomes crystal clear. Your soulmate has reached a point where they cannot deny this connection any longer. Their heart is speaking louder than their doubts, but they are facing something that only divine guidance can help them through. And that is why you are here. That is why the angels have brought you to this moment, to hear this message, to prepare you for what is about to unfold. You may wonder, if they have chosen me, why is there still something in the way? The answer is simple. Love is not just about choosing, it is about alignment. The universe is ensuring that when this union happens, it will be unshakable, unstoppable, and divinely guided. But before that can happen, there is something your soulmate must face, something they must resolve, something they must understand before stepping fully into this love. Perhaps they are breaking free from something that no longer serves them. Perhaps they are facing fears that have held them back for years. Perhaps they are realizing that love as powerful as this requires them to let go of past wounds, past regrets, past limitations. And the angels are here to tell you that this process is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. Because once it is complete, nothing will stand in the way. Your soulmate is not running from you. They are running toward you. But first, they must remove the final barriers that have kept them from embracing this love fully. And this is where faith is required. This is where trust becomes essential. Because in this moment, when it seems like things are still uncertain, the truth is that everything is moving into place. The angels are asking you to stay open, to stay receptive, to hold space for this love, even if it does not arrive in the way you expected. Because what is coming is far greater than what you imagined. And if you lose patience now, if you allow doubt to creep in, you might miss the beauty of what is unfolding before you. So listen closely, dear soul. The choice has been made. The heart of your soulmate belongs to you. But before this love can fully blossom, there is something they must confront, something they must understand, something they must do. And in the next part of this message, the angels will reveal exactly what that is. Stay with me, because the truth you have been waiting for is about to be revealed. Do not turn away now. Do not let fear cloud your vision. The moment you have been longing for is closer than you think. And when you hear what comes next, everything will make sense. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Dear soul, listen carefully, for the angels have been present through every moment, watching as the journey of your soulmate unfolded. They have seen the silent battles, the sleepless nights, the prayers whispered into the darkness. They know the depth of this love, the strength of this connection, and the power that binds your souls together. And now, they bring you a truth that changes everything. Your soulmate has made their choice, but this decision was not taken lightly. It did not happen overnight, nor was it the result of fleeting emotions. No, this is something far greater. This choice was shaped by the hand of destiny itself, by the alignment of forces beyond human understanding. The angels have seen the way their hearts struggled, the moments when fear threatened to overshadow love. They have witnessed the push and pull between doubt and certainty, between hesitation and surrender. And now, they want you to understand why this choice is so powerful. For so long, your soulmate has fought against their own feelings, not because they did not love you, but because this love is unlike anything they have ever known. It is not a love of convenience, not a love that can be ignored or brushed aside. It is a love that transforms, a love that demands growth, a love that cannot be denied. And that kind of love requires courage. It requires the willingness to face the truth, to let go of the past, to embrace something far greater than oneself. And that is exactly what has happened. Your soulmate has faced their fears, and they have chosen love. They have chosen you. But the angels want you to understand something even deeper. This choice was not just about them. It was about you as well. You, dear soul, have played a role in this transformation in ways you may not even realize. Every moment you have held love in your heart, every time you have sent silent prayers into the universe, every time you have chosen faith over fear, you have been guiding them toward this realization. You may have thought that your love was unnoticed, that your prayers went unheard, but the angels assure you, nothing has been in vain. The energy of your heart, the purity of your intentions, the depth of your feelings, these have all been felt by your soulmate, even from a distance. And whether they realized it or not, these vibrations of love have been calling them home. But now, the angels need you to understand something crucial. This is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of something even greater. This choice, this decision, is just the first step. There is still something that must unfold, something that is destined to happen before the two of you can fully come together. And if you do not understand this truth, you may misinterpret what comes next. Your soulmate is on the brink of a revelation. They have chosen love, but they are about to be tested in a way they never expected. The universe does not bring love like this into someone's life without making sure they are truly ready for it. And that is why the angels are watching over this moment so closely. They are guiding both of you, preparing both of you, ensuring that when this union happens, it will be unshakable, untouchable, and eternal. But here is where faith is required. You must trust in what you cannot yet see. Because the next step is not something you can control. It is something that must unfold naturally. The angels are orchestrating everything behind the scenes. aligning every detail, ensuring that what is meant to be will come to pass. But if you allow fear to creep in, if you allow doubt to take over, you may interfere with what is already in motion. So hear this, dear soul. You do not need to chase. You do not need to force. You do not need to question. You need only to trust. Because what is coming next is something only divine timing can bring. Perhaps you have felt moments of impatience, wondering why things have not happened faster. Perhaps you have questioned whether your soulmate truly understands the depth of this connection. But the angels ask you now to release these doubts. Because in the grand design of the universe, everything is happening exactly as it should. And when the moment arrives, when your soulmate steps forward in full truth, it will be undeniable. But before that can happen, there is something else the angels need you to know. There is one final piece of this puzzle, something that will explain everything you have been feeling, everything you have been sensing in your heart. And in the next part of this message, that truth will be revealed. So stay with me. Do not turn away now, because what comes next is something you must hear. The final piece of this divine plan is about to be revealed, and when you hear it, everything will fall into place. Dear soul, listen carefully, because now the angels reveal a truth that may surprise you. What you see as an obstacle is not truly a barrier. What seems like distance is not separation. What feels like uncertainty is not hesitation. Everything happening right now is not pushing your soulmate away. It is preparing them to come closer than ever before. But if you do not understand this, you may misunderstand the journey. And if you misunderstand the journey, you may let fear cloud your vision. Your soulmate has chosen you. That truth is unshakable. But something has appeared in their path. Something that makes it seem as though this love is being delayed. You might feel it in your heart. Moments of silence. Moments of uncertainty. Moments where things do not seem to be moving forward as quickly as you expected. And this is where many souls begin to doubt. They see time passing, and they think love is slipping away. They mistake divine timing for rejection. But that is not what is happening. The angels are asking you to see beyond the illusion. Right now, your soulmate is facing something deep, something they may not even fully understand themselves. They are being guided through a moment that is meant to make them stronger, clearer, and more certain than ever before. This is not a delay. This is not a detour. This is a transformation. And if you can trust in what is unfolding, you will begin to see that everything is actually happening exactly as it should. Perhaps your soulmate is confronting a part of themselves they have never faced before. Perhaps they are untangling emotions that have held them back for years. Perhaps they are being shown something by the universe that is preparing them for the love they are about to step into. Whatever it is, the angels want you to understand. This is necessary. Without this moment, without this shift, they would not be ready to give themselves fully to this love. And the universe does not allow something this powerful to unfold unless both souls are truly prepared. Think of it this way. When two souls are meant to be together, the universe does not simply place them side by side without preparation. No, dear soul, they are guided. They are refined. They are brought into alignment so that when they do come together, nothing can shake them. And that is exactly what is happening now. So do not be afraid if things seem quiet. Do not let doubt creep in if it feels like there is space between you. That space is not emptiness. It is sacred. It is the space where healing happens. It is the space where certainty is built. It is the space where the heart realizes what it truly wants. And what your soulmate truly wants is you. But the angels need you to understand something important. How you respond to this moment matters. If you allow yourself to fall into fear, if you begin to question what you already know in your heart, you may unknowingly send out energy that creates resistance. But if you trust, if you hold on to the love that is already flowing between you, you will help this process unfold exactly as it is meant to. Your soulmate is being guided toward you, step by step, and soon, something will shift. The silence will break, the uncertainty will clear, and when that moment comes, everything will move faster than you ever expected. But first, this process must complete itself. First, your soulmate must step fully into their truth, and here is where the angels ask you to listen closely. There is something happening right now that you do not yet see. There is a reason this is unfolding the way it is. And if you do not understand this, you might think that nothing is happening when, in reality, everything is happening. The universe is not working against you. The angels are not delaying your happiness. This moment is a divine orchestration, ensuring that when your soulmate steps forward, there will be no hesitation, no fear, no doubt, only love. But before that moment arrives, the angels need you to prepare, because there is one more piece of this journey that must unfold. And if you are not ready for it, you might not recognize it when it happens. Stay with me, dear soul, because in the next part of this message, everything will become clear. The truth about what is coming next will be revealed. And when you hear it, you will finally understand why everything has happened exactly as it has. Dear soul, listen closely, because now the angels reveal something you never expected. Everything you have felt, everything you have sensed in your heart, has been leading to this very moment. The journey has not been easy, and at times, it may have felt like the universe was testing you. But the truth is, everything has been happening for a reason. And now, the moment you have been waiting for is closer than ever before. Your soulmate has chosen you. That is undeniable. But what happens when someone steps into a love this deep, this life-changing? They must be ready. And readiness is not just about wanting something. It is about being able to fully receive it, without hesitation, without fear, without doubt. And that is what has been happening behind the scenes. Your soulmate is not just making a choice. They are going through a transformation. They are stepping into a version of themselves that can fully embrace this love. And that, dear soul, is something powerful. Because when they do return, when they finally stand before you with their heart open, there will be nothing holding them back. No hesitation, no second guessing, only truth. But here is something you must understand. Right now, in this very moment, something inside them is shifting. They have seen the truth of this connection, and they know they cannot turn away from it. They know that walking away from you is no longer an option. But with this realization comes one final step, one that may surprise you. Your soulmate is being prepared for something that will test this love one last time. This is not to hurt them, nor to create distance, but to ensure that when they come to you, they will never leave again. The universe is clearing the final obstacles. The angels are guiding them through this last phase. And when it is complete, there will be no more waiting, no more uncertainty, only the love you have been destined to share. But here is where your role becomes just as important, because while they are being prepared, so are you. The angels ask you, are you truly ready? Have you made space in your heart, in your life, in your soul for this love? Because once they step forward, everything will change. And when love as powerful as this arrives, it transforms everything in its path. This is why the angels need you to listen carefully. Something is about to happen. Something that will be the final key to unlocking everything. And if you are not aware, you may not recognize it when it appears. Have you noticed the signs? The repeated numbers, the dreams, the moments where you feel their energy even when they are not physically present. These are not coincidences. These are messages, confirmations that what you feel is real. And now, the universe is preparing to send the biggest sign of all. Your soulmate is reaching the moment when they will no longer hold back. But before that happens, they must break free from something that has been holding them back for years. Perhaps fear, perhaps doubt, perhaps a past that still lingers in their mind. Whatever it is, this is the final step before they come to you completely. And here is where patience is needed. Not the kind of patience that waits in frustration, but the kind that trusts. Because what is about to happen will require faith. It will require belief in what you cannot yet see. And if you allow doubt to creep in now, you may create resistance in a process that is already unfolding perfectly. The angels want you to hold steady, to keep your heart open, your energy clear, your trust unwavering. Because in the coming days, something will happen that will confirm everything you have been feeling. And when that moment comes, you must be ready to receive it. The universe is aligning everything perfectly, down to the smallest detail. Nothing is random. Nothing is delayed. Everything is happening in divine order. And very soon, you will see why every moment of waiting, every lesson learned, every prayer whispered, was leading to something greater than you ever imagined. But before that final moment arrives, there is something the angels still need to tell you. A truth that will make everything even clearer. A truth that will prepare you for what is about to unfold. And in the next part of this message, that truth will be revealed. Stay with me, dear soul, because everything you have waited for is now within reach. And when you hear what comes next, you will finally understand why it had to happen this way. Dear soul, the angels are calling you to listen carefully now, because the moment you have been waiting for is closer than you think. Everything that has happened up until this point, the doubts, the signs, the waiting, it has all been leading here. But before your soulmate takes the final step toward you, there is something you must understand. This love is powerful. It is life-changing. And when it arrives, it will not come softly. It will not come as something ordinary. It will come as a force that shifts everything. And when it does, you must be ready to receive it. Your soulmate is on the edge of a breakthrough. The angels have watched as they wrestled with emotions they could not fully explain. They have seen the way their heart has fought against fears, against the ghosts of the past, against everything that once held them back. And now, all of that is about to crumble. They are reaching the moment where they will no longer allow anything to stand in the way of this love. But the question is, are you truly ready? This is not just about them choosing you. This is about you choosing them, completely and without hesitation. Because when they come forward, they will come with everything. Raw, open, vulnerable. There will be no more masks, no more pretending, no more second-guessing. They will be ready to give you their heart, fully and fearlessly. But if you are not prepared, if you still carry doubts, if you still hold on to past wounds, you may not be able to embrace this love the way it is meant to be embraced. The angels ask you now to look within. Have you made space for this love in your life? Have you truly allowed yourself to believe that it is coming, that it is real? Or have you been holding on to fear, protecting yourself just in case it does not happen? Because now is the time to let go of all that no longer serves you. Now is the time to release every doubt, every hesitation, every thought that tells you love like this is not meant for you. The universe is aligning everything, and when this love enters your life, it will require you to step into a new version of yourself. One that is open, one that trusts, one that does not shrink in the face of something so powerful. And that transformation must begin now. Your soulmate has felt the shift. They have felt the pull toward you grow stronger with every passing day. And now, they are at the final threshold. They are about to take the step that will change both of your lives forever. But there is one last thing standing in the way. One last test that must be faced before this love can fully manifest. And it is not just about them. It is about you, too. The angels have seen it time and time again. Souls who are destined for each other finally finding their way, only to hesitate at the last moment because of fear. Because deep love requires deep vulnerability. It requires trust, not just in the other person, but in the divine plan. And now, you are being asked to trust like never before. Your soulmate is making their way to you, but they need to feel that you are ready. They need to feel that when they come, there will be no resistance, no hesitation, no doubt. That when they step forward, you will not step back. And that is why the angels have brought you this message, because now is the time for you to prepare. Look at your life. Look at your heart. Is there anything still weighing you down? Anything still making you question your worthiness of this love? If there is, let it go. The past does not define you. The moments of waiting do not mean it is not meant to be. This love is written in the stars, and nothing can take it away from you, except your own fear of receiving it. So the angels ask you now, are you ready? Not just to hear that your soulmate is coming, but to truly receive them when they do, to welcome this love without questioning whether you deserve it. Because the time is near, and the next step is the most important of all. In the next part of this message, the angels will reveal exactly what is about to happen, what your soulmate is preparing to do, what you must do in return, and how the final piece of this journey will unfold. Stay with me, dear soul, because what happens next will change everything. Dear soul, listen carefully, for the angels are revealing the final piece of this divine plan. You have come so far, you have waited so patiently, and now, the moment of truth is upon you. Your soulmate is standing at the edge of something life-changing, something that will alter both of your paths forever. But before they take that final step, before this love fully manifests in the way you have always dreamed, there is one last revelation. One last detail that you must understand. Your soulmate has already made the choice. Their heart belongs to you. They know it, they feel it, and they can no longer deny it. But now, the universe is putting one last test before them. This is not to create distance, nor to delay what is meant to be. No, dear soul. This is to make sure that nothing will ever come between you again. The angels are ensuring that when your soulmate steps forward, there will be no more hesitation, no more doubts, no more unfinished wounds from the past that could threaten the love you are meant to share. And here's the truth you must hear now. This test is not just for them. It is for you as well. Because love like this requires two souls who are truly ready. And the universe is watching to see if you are prepared to embrace this love without fear, without insecurity, without questioning whether or not it is real. Right now, your soulmate is facing something deep within themselves, a final moment of truth, a final realization that will shatter everything they once believed about love. For so long, they may have carried fears of loss, fears of not being enough, fears of repeating old cycles. But those fears are about to dissolve, because the love they feel for you is stronger than any doubt that ever lived within them. And when this moment happens, they will know without a shadow of a doubt that they must be with you. But what about you, dear soul? Are you also ready to stand in that same truth? Have you released the fears that whisper in your mind, the ones that tell you to be cautious, to protect your heart, to question whether or not love like this can truly be real? Because just as your soulmate is being tested, so are you. The angels need to see that you are ready. They need to know that when this love finally arrives, you will not push it away. This is why the universe has been guiding you so carefully, why you have been given this message today. Because the angels want you to understand that everything is happening in perfect timing, and the only thing that can stand in the way now is doubt. If you allow fear to take root, if you begin to question what your heart already knows, you may slow down what is already in motion. But if you choose trust, if you surrender to this divine plan with full faith, then nothing will be able to stop what is coming. Your soulmate is preparing. They are stepping into their power, releasing everything that no longer serves them, and making space for this love in a way they never have before. And when they come to you, it will not be in confusion. It will not be with uncertainty. It will be with clarity, conviction, and an open heart that is ready to give you everything. And now, the angels ask you to do the same, to make space for this love, to open your heart in the same way, to trust that everything has been leading to this moment, and that soon, something will happen that will confirm everything you have been feeling. Perhaps it will be a sign. Perhaps it will be a sudden realization deep within your soul. Or perhaps it will be the moment when your soulmate finally steps forward and tells you the truth they have been holding inside for so long. Whatever it is coming. And when it does, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly as it did. But before that moment arrives, there is one last thing you need to hear, something that will prepare you for what is about to happen. And in the final part of this message, the angels will reveal that final truth. Stay with me, dear soul, because in the next part, you will receive the revelation that will change everything. The moment you have been waiting for is almost here. Dear soul, the moment has arrived. The angels have guided you through every step of this journey, revealing truths that were hidden, preparing your heart for what is to come. And now, everything is falling into place. Everything is aligning in a way that only divine timing could orchestrate. Your soulmate is ready. They have faced their fears, broken through their doubts, and embraced the undeniable truth that their heart belongs to you. There is no turning back now. The universe has spoken. The angels have confirmed it. And soon, you will see with your own eyes what your heart has always known. But before that moment arrives, the angels ask you one final question. Are you ready? Not just to hear the words, not just to feel the emotions, but to truly step into this love with open arms, with full trust, with no hesitation. Because when your soulmate comes to you, they will come with everything. They will come raw, open, exposed, ready to love you in a way they never could before. And when they do, you must meet them with the same energy. You must be ready to receive what you have been waiting for. The waiting is over. The lessons have been learned. The past no longer holds any power. The only thing that matters now is what happens next. And what happens next is in your hands. This is not a moment for fear. It is not a moment to look back. It is a moment to step forward, to embrace what has been divinely planned for you since the beginning of time. Your soulmate has been guided to this point, just as you have. They have been shaped by their journey, just as you have. And now, all that remains is for you to walk toward each other without resistance, without doubt, without anything left unsaid. The angels want you to know that this is not just another fleeting connection. This is not a love that comes and goes like the wind. This is destiny. This is divine alignment. This is the love your soul has been waiting for. And now, it is yours to embrace. But there is one last thing you must do. You must trust. Trust in what you have felt. Trust in what you have seen. Trust in the signs, the synchronicities, the deep knowing within your heart that has guided you to this very moment. The angels have been with you all along, whispering the truth into your soul, reminding you that what is meant for you will never be lost. And now, they bring you this final confirmation. It is happening. It is real. And soon, it will all be revealed. So now, dear soul, the choice is yours. Will you embrace what has always been meant for you? Will you step forward with faith, knowing that the universe has brought you to this moment for a reason? If you are ready, if your heart says yes, then declare it now. Write in the comments, "I accept this love that heaven has prepared for me." Let the angels see your faith. Let the universe witness your trust. And let your soulmate feel the energy of your heart calling them home. Because now, dear soul, all that remains is for destiny to unfold. And when it does, you will understand why every moment of waiting, every unanswered question, every lesson along the way was leading you to something greater than you ever imagined. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. Your soulmate is ready. The universe is ready. The only question left is, are you?